Anansi and the Pot of Wisdom, a timeless African folk tale as told today in our century of planned kids. Once upon a time, in the heart of Africa, lived a wise and cunning spider named Anansi. Renowned for his cleverness, Anansi was loved and feared in equal measure. In this very village, the sky god kept a pot of wisdom, holding all the wisdom in the world. It was a beacon of knowledge, coveted by many. One day, Anansi approached the sky god. "I wish to be the sole custodian of wisdom," he proposed, with a sly glint in his eyes. The sky god considered Anansi's request. He knew Anansi's cunning, and so, he agreed, but with a condition. "The pot of wisdom can be yours, if you can prove that you deserve it." Anansi was overjoyed. He began to plan. He knew the sky god loved stories, so he decided to gather the most interesting stories from the village. He spent many days and nights, listening, observing, and collecting stories. With every tale, his web of wisdom grew larger and more intricate. Finally, the day arrived when Anansi presented his collection to the sky god. The tales were captivating, each one more intriguing than the last. Impressed by Anansi's dedication, the sky god granted him the pot of wisdom. Anansi, unable to contain his excitement, raced home with his new treasure. He wanted to keep the pot safe, away from the prying eyes of the village. So, he decided to hide it on top of the tallest tree. As Anansi attempted to climb the tree, holding the pot, he struggled. It was a task far more difficult than he had imagined. His young son, watching his father struggle, offered a simple solution. "Why not tie the pot on your back? That way, you can use all your legs to climb." Anansi was taken aback. This simple solution had eluded him. He realized, in his quest for wisdom, he had overlooked the wisdom closest to him. He understood that wisdom isn't just stored in a pot or gathered from stories. It's present in everyday life, in the simple suggestions of a child, in the experiences we encounter. Anansi thanked his son, and humbly decided to share the pot of wisdom with everyone in the village. He realized wisdom grew when shared with others. And so, Anansi became not just a keeper of wisdom, but a distributor. He shared freely, and the village thrived. This tale of Anansi teaches us the value of shared wisdom. It reminds us to be humble, to listen, and to learn from those around us. It tells us that wisdom isn't a prize to be won, but a gift to be shared. For wisdom is not just about knowing, but also about understanding. So, let's learn from Anansi's story. Let's share our wisdom, our experiences, and our stories, just as Anansi did. And remember, wisdom can come from the most unexpected places. So, always be open to learning and growing. That's the story of Anansi and the Pot of Wisdom, a tale as old as time, and as relevant today as it was back then. Thank you for joining us on this magical journey through Anansi's world. We hope you carry with you the lessons learned. Until next time, keep collecting stories, sharing wisdom, and never stop learning. For the world is full of wisdom, waiting to be discovered. This was the tale of Anansi and the Pot of Wisdom. Goodbye for now, and remember, wisdom is always within your reach. An African folk tale by teacher Leon Okechukwu.